He's going to go bat hunting today. There's a bat in the house. When I was here yesterday, I had the signs of, what is it, guana? Is that the name of bat poop? Whatever. They're turds hanging out off the fireplace on the spider web. So I put the camera up there and I didn't see anything. I go up to the attic because I'm looking for something, and he squeaks at me. So I told Mark, I said, I'm not going to go back in. I'll come back in tonight, and I'll do some things. It's a very pleasant evening out there. I'm going to scrub some furniture up. I sold something on eBay. I need to pack that up. And then when it gets dark, I'm going to let a bat out of the house. I've done it 1,000 times before. Well, not 1,000, about a dozen. One summer, we just had them, and like every 3 days, I left a bat out, and it'd come back in and left it out. But that's just what you get with, this house is 150 years old. That's just what I'm going to get. So I'm going to head upstairs to the attic. I don't want him to get stuck in my hair. It's dark up in the attic, but I did bring a flashlight after I bunked myself with it. And gosh, the bag's on my eyes. Oh well. What do you do? Live with them. Let me set you down, flip you around. I gotta pick something up on the way up. Alright, I checked down here. Didn't see anything. Let me pick that up. Hold on, let me turn the light on first. Oh. Grab this cat carrier. This was Josie's last ride. If he's gonna squawk, it'll probably be soon. Okay. Am I looking? This is where he was yesterday. Let me set that down. We'll go in here and look. I'm looking up there, but I'm afraid my camera's going to fall out into my phone. Oh, where are you, Mr. Bat? Make sure. What is that? Nothing. I'd rather have bats than a mouse. Any day. Any day. Bats are not destructive. They just like to do their own thing. And if there's anything up here to be eaten, he's going to eat it. Is there anything back in there? He squawked yesterday and he crawled into there. There used to be a skylight here. You know how expensive skylights are? A video from the beyond. Not really. But put that there. So I grabbed the cat carrier and brought it up. I just want to thank everybody for all the encouraging well wishes to hang in there. Things will get better. I know they will get better. So I mentioned a couple videos ago that I had a horrific day one day, and I spent the next day sitting on the couch, and I just zombie scrolled through my phone the whole day. I didn't want to exist, I just wanted to live in my bubble. Well, I figured today I'd share what happened. That way I think I can keep my tears under control now. So when my mom passed away over 10 years ago, she had 7 cats that she left behind. And when Mom got sick and she was in the hospital, and it was kind of like, we knew she wasn't going to come home, I asked her about the dying process, and she didn't want to talk about it. So I said, what about, the only thing I'd get out of her was the cats. I said, what about the cats? I said, do you want me to sell everything and buy them gold collars and give them caviar every night for dinner? And she laughed. She goes, yeah, you do that. So anyways, that was one thing I promised my mother, that I would take care of her cats for her, and that they would always have a home. So when she passed away, there were 7 cats. There was 5 adults that were all spayed and neutered. And then there were 2 kittens. And those are Bella and Tinks. That's how I got them. And, hold on. Sorry about that. I had to talk to my cousin. I'm pretty sure when I was talking to her, was shining the flashlight up there, and I'm pretty sure he's up there. I need to find something to give him a gentle nudge with to make sure. If it's the case, if he moves, then I'll just, go find something else to do till it gets dark, and then I'll just open up the doors and he'll fly out and he'll be done. I don't want him to get stuck up here, and especially, they always say, well, if they find a way in, they'll find a way out. But, it's like we're day number 2 or 3, and I know they can go a good long time without food, but they do poop everywhere. But anyways, I was talking about my mother's cats. So I took the girls, and the older ones lived at my mom's house, and various times, like, my sisters would live there and they took care of them. And then Samantha, when she moved back, she moved in mom's house and she took care of them. Now both of my parents are deceased, so it was just the kitties. But out of the 5 older ones, Molly, that was when Mama, she passed away a good while ago. Oreo passed away probably about 5 years ago. And then Star was just last year. She took a nap and didn't wake up. And they're at Midnight's still alive. And then Josie. These cats are 18 years old. Well, Midnight. So what happened was Josie had like a big goiter on his neck. And it was spreading. So 18 and a half years old, he started getting this infection. I called the vet and took him down and had him euthanized. She said I made the right decision. It was just hard. So that day and then that weekend, I just, kind of wanted to be within my own feelings. And I just never want to live a day like that again. He was a good boy. He was good throughout. It was quick, painless. I got to hold him till his last breath. And, they checked to make sure he was gone. And I got to bring him back and bury him in the yard. And that was his last ride in the carrier. It's sad, though, because we had the appointment with the vet. And we went over there to pick him up. And Mark went down and dug the hole. And I had stopped here to get the carrier. So by the time I got to Mom's, Mark goes, "What cat is that underneath the truck?" And it was Josie. And it's like he knew that this was his final ride. It's sad. And it's just, I don't know. So anyways, that was a lot of what's going on. Just thought I'd share it with you. Let you know. I mean, I'm fine. Like, Mark and I, we're fine. The kids are fine. Just dealing with the loss of Josie. It kind of makes you, as they say, as your loved ones pass away, you move up to the front of the line. Well, guess what? I'm at the front of the line. I hopefully have a few more years yet to go, but I'm there. Yeah, so anyways, I'm pretty sure that's the bat. I'm going to find me something to nudge him with and get this show on the road. For some reason, I got my tripod all wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's him right there. Can you see that? Let me find this. I'm going to grab, I have a Christmas decoration. And without killing myself, if I do, it will be on camera for the world to see. Let's see if that's him. I don't think it is. I don't think it's him. Or her. I don't know the difference. I think it's insulation. That's kind of a relief. It's better than a dead bat. But I guess I'll go downstairs and check the kitchen real quick too. On a sweet note, I found that. Didn't know I had it up there in the attic. So, let's look. Oh, I should have brought my flashlight. Now is this going to work? We're going to go zoom in. I don't see anything, do you? Well, I think what I'm going to do, like I said, I sold something on eBay. See, I check here too. So, it was probably back. Yeah, like that wasn't here. I wiped that off. The chimney stuff got stuck in the spider web, and see, this wasn't dirty before. So, obviously, he has tried to fly up in there. It is such a pleasant evening. I washed that. Looks all nice and shiny. That I'll figure, well, I'm just going to stay here till it gets dark. And I'll open up the door. Wait a few minutes. And then I'll cruise home. But in the meantime, I wanted to get some hot soapy water and wash a couple of things up, because these warm days are leaving fairly quick. I need to get that warmed up first. So I got all the spiders out of it, I do believe. I can't wipe the hose, is like a no-go, because it leaks down in the basement, and I just don't feel like messing with that today. So hot soapy water it is. Ooh. Don't break on me, handle. I just left it out here in the driveway because I figure, well, it's just soap. Oh, it's gorgeous out here. Just gorgeous. Boy, you can tell that lived in the barn. Not my brush. My shelf. And that was the top. Did I get those off of there? Yeah. Kind of wish I had gloves, but I don't. You better go, buddy. There's a couple. You better hit it fast. We'll set it up. We're going the poop first, the bird poop. Well, I wish I was done, but I'm going to turn you off now. I'm going to work on this for a few minutes. It is a good thing that I'm a trained spider ninja and a bad exterminator. This place would be in a world of hurt. I'm joking. No, there are spiders everywhere. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. So, I don't think, I'll show you real quick. I don't know why I stuck my hand in there, got it wet. But, this is what I was talking about. The side bookcases. One there, one there. I was hoping to get to these tonight, but I shouldn't have taken the phone call. I jibber jabber too much. I like to get that cleaned up too, and that stuff back there, but I gotta do it before the weather gets cold. I have probably 2 more weeks. I should be okay. And yeah, I think after I get that done, I put it out there to dry, but I don't think I'm gonna leave it out overnight. I swept the breezeway out, and I'll put it in there in the breezeway for the night, because I'll be back tomorrow. My post office is closed now, and I gotta come back tomorrow and put that in the mailbox. So I'll just rotate it and price it outside for a little bit and work. But Chloe's coming over tomorrow. But let me tackle this beauty. She's pretty. I've had her for a long time. Just never used it. Gosh, it just sucks. My whole antique dream was dashed. What is in that? Like cotton? Maybe it was I can't remember. See, there's a bunch of spider webs. I love the old primitive hand done pieces. The history on this would probably just blow my mind. Alright, let me continue working on this. Alright, I got it set up in there for the night. It'll work. Let me turn this off. Oops, wrong light. There we go. I think now I'm going to go upstairs and find what I sold, because it's Corningware and I have it in a different box, because I remember I sold half of it before, and then I had buried it way in the back, and I said, oh, there's only half it left. I said, don't let me put it way back there again. Oh, look, it's cleaned out. But turn the light on. Nothing's flown around me yet, so hopefully he made it out on his own. By the way, while I'm here, I have one of those printers that conserves ink very well, but then if you don't use the printer for a while, I have to constantly perform maintenance on it. So, wait, are you even plugged in? You are. Why aren't you coming on? I really probably should shut this down, and I'm not going to use it. I want to get a different printer and take this home, because I got it to print at home all of my printables that I got for junk journaling. Is that paper good? It is. So that takes about 3 minutes, and then I run it, and it'll have to be ran again, and maybe even a third time. There's plenty of ink in there. I got to do the big maintenance though, and that's when it sucks up like half the ink cartridge. But I need to do that when I know I'm going to be using it a lot more than what I'm using it now. So I kept hearing about the thermal printer. Maybe I'll look into that. I plan to get very active again on eBay, and then I'm hoping, you know, my sales take off. So we'll see. I know I'm all sweaty and hot, but if you guys have any recommendations for a printer, let me know. I've heard about the thermal printers. Now, do they just like run off of heat, right? And they print versus like getting another printer like this, because I should not need, if I need to print anything like big, like papers, I can take that home and print it and bring it back, because this is wireless. I'll actually print from my phone. Yeah, so I'm probably going to run this twice, and then I'm going to head upstairs and find that Corningware. Like I said, last time I sold the other half of it, it was buried way in the back, basically where, like, underneath the postcards, way back there. And I said, why did I ever put it back there? So when I pulled it out, I'm almost positive I put it underneath the desk so I could find it easier. You know what else I'm looking for? And I cannot find. We want to paint the coffee bar. It's the top. No, it's the bottom half of the hutch out there. The top's out there. We bought paint yesterday. Sherwin-Williams had that sale. You're probably hearing all that printer noise. Sorry about that. But, yeah, we're going to paint that. And I cannot find my pans, my brushes. I know where the tape is, but I shouldn't need tape. And I have cardboard boxes already saved just to put it down in so I can paint it. I looked up in the attic. No luck. Just no luck at all. My memory is awful. But, alright, we're done with phase 1. I'll check back. I'm running that again. Also, new rule. If I'm going upstairs, I gotta take something up to the packing room so I can get this stuff cleared out. And I'll actually use this for this Corningware. Well, how many boxes did it take me this time? I found it though. She's down there. She's in the Rambo Farms box. I'm out of breath, tired, sweaty. Ugh. And I never did grab my glass tray. But I'm going to grab that and pull it out, and hopefully everything's in there. Fingers crossed. What do you guys do for fun? I don't know how fun this is, searching for stuff. Ta-da! I've been sitting on this for a very long time. Is this all of it? 4 and a lid. 4 and a lid. I had 2 lots. Right? I'll go back and double check everything on my eBay listing. I'm glad it's gone though. I'll use all that, like that foam to layer it. And I'll probably throw in the shipping video right now. All right, I found them. They're sitting here. I need them. I misplaced my reading glasses, but I actually have 3 lots. So this is lot number 3. And I have one other lot yet for sale on eBay. Sold this for $29.95. Buyer pays shipping. Ground Advantage. So it's going to be in my own box. And I'm just trying to think what size box to use. That's like too big. I think I'm probably going to have to go in my shipping room. But you know what? I'm coming back in the morning. I ran my printer maintenance. I know it's working. I think that's too big. I hate to like overbox because then it takes so much packing material and you want it secure in there. That I think I'm going to go home. I have not seen the bat. I'm going to come back in the morning and get that packed up. So I'll probably just add this into that vlog. I'm back. I got to ship that stuff out. I stopped at a yard sale. I saw the sign. I had to go back. I turned around and went back. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm glad I got up early enough to get there. And had to buy some water because I'm almost out. And still have time to come here and pack that stuff up. Get to the post office. And I stopped at Walmart on my way home yesterday. I had to get Swiffer for the floor because, well, yeah, it needs it. And all I have is for the wood floors. Got some lights. I've got this at the yard sale. And I got the big boot, mama boot, and I got 2 baby boots. They're in here together. And then I got this planter. Something she said about, I think she said this was her mom's stuff and she passed away and her dad just said get rid of it. So, and the planter is by Parma. So, and very minimal paint loss. And just even that, I think that might be manufacturing. So I'm going to stick that in here. And I think that's it. I did get some blue ornaments. They're out in the car yet. I didn't grab them. Let me head upstairs. I paid $2 and then I paid 10 for that. Yeah. All right. What do I need down here before I head up? And I'm checking for any sign of the bat, but so far so good. I stopped at Walmart yesterday and I got this Halloween flashlight. And guess what? The light on it is green. I thought, I wanted a flashlight here. It was only a couple bucks. Oh well, I'll give it to Chloe. I didn't think it was going to be a green light. I wonder if I could take maybe I can take the, I don't know, it's like a non-replaceable. Let me turn it off so I don't blind you. It's a non-replaceable battery, so when the batteries die, the flashlight is trash, unfortunately. Kind of a waste of materials, isn't it? Seems like what our world is heading to. Has bats on it. So I grabbed 2 boxes. I'm going to see, after I wrap these up, which one's going to be the better fit. So let me grab my phone. I got the scissors here. And I got 3 of these to wrap. I think I got you in a good position. What I want to do first, they are clean. I'm just going to double check them. You know, I misplaced my reading glasses. My what do we call them, readers. And magnifiers. So, but I double checked everything yesterday and I was able to read there. It's 3 1/4 plus the lid. I have to find those. But I'm going to wrap them first in tissue paper. I got to grab my tape. It's over here. See, new shipping station. Seeing how this is all going to go down. But I'm going to wrap this in tissue. And then in foam. Now normally I would tape that tissue. I don't like how that works. Let's try the angle. Nope. This is why I need to sell more stuff, so I can be more comfortable shipping. And I think I'm going to flip it over. That way I can get the tape on that flat edge. And then I like to use the eBay tape because it tells the person that's where I stuck tape at. I know some people go like around it several times. But this stuff will stick pretty good after a couple hours. You can tell when you don't use your tape for a while, even that starts to get a little old. Alright, there's one. Number 2. That is not tight. Do that again. Kind of messed it up there. I'm going to take another piece and go over it. That way it sticks to itself. And I think you can see everything, yeah, because I got the video facing the other way. I'll figure it out when I'm not in such a hurry. But because I stopped at that yard sale and chit-chatted like I do, threw my time schedule off. Number 2. One for the lid, and I don't need that. I'll save that one for the lid. Alright. See what it keeps doing? Popping off. Driving me nuts. That's what. Alright, and get myself a lid here. I'm going to double check that number. Yeah, it's right there. Put my blind a little bit. Yeah, that's the number. And I might tear that down in half and double wrap this lid. Tape. I'm getting on my last nerve. Look, now I'm leaving my DNA. Hair. I can't, hair. I'm gonna go ahead and tape it up. Maybe I'll throw just a bubble wrap around that. Let's see what kind of room we got in the box first. I jump there. Should have done that first. See, I tried to take my time and almost laugh at me. I want to get one more on there. It rained last night. I'm glad I brought that furniture in there. It just would have been wet and I would have had to figure out, bring it in anyways, make room for it. At least in here it dried. Alright, we're going to try this box first. Let me show you. That has a pretty good snug fit. I just have to put filler. I think that's going to work. I've got air bubbles I can stick in it. I'm going to put bubble wrap on that. The lid, but this is a Walmart box. Yeah, this is one I actually used for moving. So I just need to find some decent bubble wrap. Got the bubble wrap. Now see, there's a piece of tape on there. If I can't get that off, and it does, you know, every little bit of weight counts. And this buyer is paying actual shipping. You know, I set up with eBay. So anything that goes over is on me because I've already calculated it out. So basically what I did was just put it in a box and weighed it. And then I used that for my base weight for the listing. I was going to bring my laptop, but I don't think I'm sticking around today. Because Chloe's supposed to come over. Let's go find some bubbles. Get another air bubble in over here. Of course, all that foam's on it too, protecting it. And then I'll make sure I put probably a piece of foam on top, plus my little package topper. Let me do that real quick. I'll show you what I do. I need to rethink this room, how I'm going to set it up, because right now I'm running over to get something from, you know, here or there. So what I've been doing for my eBay orders. I have these stickers I got at, oh, you're all angled. I got these at Michael's. I usually do like 3. I mean, I figure if they have kids, they can give them to their kids. It's not even an ounce. It doesn't register on my. It'd have to be probably in grams if I was to weigh it. I just tuck them in there. I know, unnecessary, but I don't include a receipt. I don't include a, you know, like some people do handwritten, printed out. But I figure that's a waste of paper, and then I'm stuck shredding those, you know, when I do an eBay order from I buy. I have a little thank you. So. It's just something that I stick on top. It works. Let me find a piece of foam here. Maybe that's right. I see I was going to put another bubble in. Let me do that before I forget. Now when I wrap the tape on this, I will make sure it links all the way around. my batteries went dead in my weight scale. Thank goodness I had some. They were AAA, 4 of them. I had some here, so I'm going to have to get more because that was the last of my AAA batteries. I do have some AA though. But I was only off by a couple ounces, so that's good. And that's ready to go out. I'm going to head to the post office. I was going to do a couple things around here, but you know what? It's a weekend. I'm going to stick my nose to the grindstone this week and just work it. And start, I have just about everything priced, but just keep flowing with it. I brought some lights. Where did I put them at? They're on the counter out there. And I'm just going to spend time with Chloe today and figure out what we're going to do for dinner. I think I'm going to do peanut butter and jelly for lunch because I've been thinking about it. I got a loaf of bread yesterday at Walmart. I am one of those people, I get bread and then I, let it sit for so long. I make a sandwich and I might make another sandwich. But then after that, it just sits and it goes old and I have to throw it away and get new bread. And I don't feed it to the birds or anything because they say it's bad for their fat content. So I just pitch it. And I know I could make like croutons, but I'm not like a stuffing kind of person. But I buy the half loaves at Walmart. And those are perfect because you can get 4 sandwiches out of it and it's gone. And then are you one of those people? I love Frosted Flakes with toast. It is the best. Nice thick butter on the toast and then the milk. Nice cold milk on the Frosted Flakes and enough to cover all of it. That's making my mouth water. Thinking about it, I'm hungry. But yeah, I'm going to head out and glad that's done. I got so much to do. But I'll get it done this week. Yeah, I will. All right, it was good talking to you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Good, even better news, no sign of the bat. So, thumbs up. All right, take care. Bye.